Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Pirai Academy. In the series of Zoho interview question, today we are going to see about a question called set pattern. So it is one of the pattern question in Zoho interviews. Okay, so in this question they will be given a string and you want to make that string into a Z pattern if it is possible. Else you want to return no or print no. Okay. For example, if it is Pirai Sudan, then I can be writing this in a Z pattern. Correctly, right? See here, 4, then 4 rows, n into n rows. Perfect. But if it is Pirai Academy, I cannot write it. So its output will be no. Hope you understand this. Okay, fine. So how to approach this problem? So this problem is basically a math plus pattern program. Okay, why I'm telling that it is a math? Because here we want to decide whether the given string is a Z pattern string or not, right? There you want a calculation. Okay, fine. So this question is pretty much a tricky question, but not that much a tricky question. Okay, fine. So we want to find why this Pirai Sudan is okay for this Z pattern, why this Pirai Academy is not a valid pattern. Okay, fine. Now just see here, how many letters or characters are there? It is 10. Okay, so it is 10. So if I have 10 characters, then I can form 4 into 4 pattern. So see here, one column, 2, 3, 4. So totally 4 column and 1, 2, 3, 4. So totally 4 rows. So here I can tell you that if I take a 10 length, okay, if a string of 10 length, then it can be forming a 4 into 4 Z pattern. If I am taking this 3, then how many it will be? Okay, to calculate this, I will be telling you one tips. Okay, just see here. Here there are 4, and here also there are 4. In between there are only 2, which means it is like a diagonal, right? So I can tell you that this first and this last are belong to this corresponding rows. That's why we only have n minus 2. Can you understand this? So here you will be having 4, here you will be having 4, in between them you will be having 4 minus 2, which is equal to only 2 characters. Yes, you only having 2 characters. Okay, so for 3 you will be having above 3, below 3, and in between 3 minus 2, which will be only 1. Okay, so it will be something like 7. Fine. Now again, if it is 5, then you will be having 5 and below also 5. In between there will be 3. So it will be 13. Okay, for 6 it will be 16. So you can be seeing there are 3 in each and every difference. Okay. Now we want to form an equation so that it will be easy for us to continue with this pattern, or we can tell that the current word or current length of the string will not yield this pattern, right? For this, let me take this as n and this as x. Sorry. This is x. Okay, and this is n. Okay. Now listen this carefully. What is the relationship between n and x? So I can tell you that 2 into n plus n minus 2 is equal to x. Can you understand this? If we have 3 into 3 Z pattern, then 3 elements will be in the first row and 3 elements in the last row. In between them there will be only 1 element. That's why I'm just putting like 2 into n plus n minus 2 is equal to x. Okay, so this will be for each and every terms. This will be the equation for each and every terms. So this implies 3n minus 2, which is equal to x. So n is equal to x plus 2 by 3. So this is the relationship between n and x. Okay, by using this formula, we can tell that whether the current length of the string will be of a z pattern or not. Okay, now tell me what is the length of this Pirai Sudan. So it is 10, right? If I apply here, it will be something like 10 plus 2 divided by 3, okay, which is equal to 12 by 3, which is equal to 4. So we got the answer. We got the answer is what? It is 4 into 4 matrix. It is 4 into 4 matrix. Yes. If you take this example, so here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So totally of 12 string, 12 characters, right? So 12 plus 2 divided by 3, which is equal to 14 divided by 3. 14 cannot be divided by 3. It will be resulting in some float values, right? So what will be the result? The result will be here itself? No. Can you understand this? So this is why I call this problem as math plus pattern program. Okay. So to solve these kinds of problem, you want to hold a strong concentration or strong foundation on math programs. Okay, there are plenty of programs in LeetCode for math, especially. Okay, so to know about these kinds of math problems and these kinds of algorithms, just go and watch my math playlist. I will be giving the playlist link in my description. Okay, so it will be wonderful and tricky, so that by ending of the playlist, your mind will be thinking above its level. Okay, by seeing much more tricks, you will be good at the math problems. Fine. Okay, now we can get into the pattern. Okay, now we have classified which pattern is no and which pattern we can handle, right? Now we want to see the handle part. Okay, now let me take this pattern once again. Now this is the row and the column of this each and every characters, right, in this pattern. Okay, for what? For the input of Pirai Sudan. So Pirai Sudan. Okay, fine. Now I want to keep track on this strings characters, right? So for that I will be taking a index. So index will be initially 0, that is pointing to this P. Okay, next I want to traverse. In traverse what? In traverse column and row wise. Can you understand this? Column and row wise. So initially I will be taking I as a row as 0. So this fashion. Can you understand this? Yes. Now J as column, this fashion, like this. Okay, so here you can see here one character and space, and then one character space, and one character. Can you understand this? So after each and every character you will be having one space in the Z pattern, but in some question you will be not having them. According to them you can alter your pattern. Okay, and also for this, especially for this pattern programming, I have given the link for the basic playlist. You can also refer that basic playlist and get a well foundation in the patterns also. Okay, by using how you can go and derive looping for those patterns. I will be just clearly explaining that. Okay, now I am going to explain a somewhat in easy manner. Okay, but that I have explained in a detailed manner. Now here I will be explaining in brief manner. Okay, fine. Now initially I is equal to what? I is equal to 0. I is equal to 0. Before this I will be just finding the length of this string. The length of this string is 10. I want to just put in this formula and I will be getting the n value. N stands for what? Row and column length. Okay, so the n value will be of 4. Have it in your mind. Okay, now I am at the zeroth row. Okay, in 0th row I want to go along what? Along n times. Okay, n times, and I will be printing what? I will be printing the n values. So initially my I will be 0. When I is 0, my j values will be what? Initially 0. My j value will be initially 0, and at that time I will be taking this p. At that time I will be taking this p and placing here or printing here, and then with the space. Okay, and this index will be become 1, and here also j value now become 1. Now again I will be just printing this and space, and then again printing this space and then printing. Okay, then when I am going to the next, now see here how many space I want to leave. 1, 2, 3, 4 when I is equal to 1. So what is the relation between this space and I? So I can tell you that n is 4, right? So n minus I minus 1 into 2. So this number of space I want to leave in front of it. So which means 4 minus 1 minus 1 into 2, which is equal to 4 space I want to leave in front of this. While I value is 2, then I want to leave 2 spaces. That's why here I left 2 spaces. Okay, and when you encounter the last row, you will be again just printing each and every characters from this index. Can you understand this? Yes. So this is pretty much easy program. Again, I am telling this in a brief manner, not in a detailed manner. If you want in a detailed manner of patterns, then you can go and watch my basic playlist. Fine. Now this is basically a easy pattern, and let us also see the time complexity. So time complexity is not much. So it is length of the given string. That's it. So this is going to be my time complexity, and space complexity will be O of 1. So basically a pattern programming or not a optimized version. It is like you want to just print in the pattern. So basically we will be just encountering the pattern programming for our logical thinking, okay, rather than optimizing. Fine. Now let us see the code so that it will be more clear. Yes, now this is the code. First of all, I will be taking a class. Inside that, in the main function, I will be getting the input. Okay, fine. Now I will be taking the length of the current input string. Now I want to just check whether the given string can be forming a Z pattern. Yes, so this is the condition. So if the length plus 2 mod 3 is not equal to 0, which means it is not a divisible of 3, then I can directly say that it is not form the Z pattern. Else I want to go like, first of all, in this will be keep tracking on the current character of the given string. Listen this carefully. It will be keeping track on the current character of the given string. Now n value will be like this, as we saw in the drawing explanation itself. Now I will be traversing for this I from 0 to n, and if this I value is 0th row or the last row, then what should I do? I should be just going along with the n values n times in a loop, and I'll be just printing the current index value, and index will be plus 1 in each and every iteration. Okay, else which means if it is not a 0th row or the last row, then what should I do? I should be just making the space, right? So I want to give how many space? I want to give 2 into n minus I minus 1 space in front of the printing character, and after this space, after this entire space have left, I'll be printing the current character and making the index plus 1. Okay, and after everything I'll be just making a new line. Okay, fine. Now let me run this so that you can see the answer. So Pirai, yes, can you understand this? Yes, so this is the Z pattern. Okay, to know about these kinds of algorithms, go and check in my YouTube channel. And if you really like this video and subscribe to my channel. Don't skip any videos in this playlist, because entire video will be helpful once you are appearing in the Zoho interviews. Thank you.